Hey philosophers. What constitutes a free agent or a person? Last time I covered Harry Frankfurt's account of desire, will, and volition to answer this question. Today, I'm going to cover what Gary Watson and David Velleman thought and how they're different from Frankfurt's account. First, Gary Watson. Watson actually refuted Frankfurt because he thought the concept of desire is insufficient in explaining agency. In his view, people have normative principles in their lives that lead them to value certain actions. And whatever the agent chooses to do has to be motivated by that valuational system. Now, you could think that valuing is similar to desiring, and that's true. If you value something, you probably want it to a certain degree. But you can want something that you do not value at all. Watson gives an example of a squash player who, in suffering a defeat, wants to smash his opponent's face with a racket. In this case, he wants something or he desires something that he does not value. Let me quote Watson for more clarity. Part of what it means to value some activities in this way is this. We judge that to cease to have such appetites is to lose something of worth. So, for example, say that you are against premarital sex, but you, unmarried, still have sexual urges. Supposedly, you wouldn't consider losing that appetite as losing something of worth because of your principles. So in this case, to act on your sexual inclinations is something you desire but do not value. And so to be a free agent is to be moved to get what you value, not what you have the strongest desire for. Now, David Velleman. In Velleman's account, there is a agential motive, distinct from other motives, that causes the process of practical reasoning. What is practical thought? Well, practical thought is concerned with acting in accordance with reason, doing what is most intelligible or what makes the most sense. Among my varying degrees of motives for different actions I could take, the agential motive identifies with one of them, regardless of how strong a motive it was prior to practical reasoning. So the desire to act according to reason is indispensable in the constitution of agency in Velleman's view. Okay, let me illustrate. If I'm training for a marathon and there is one tomorrow, then it makes the most rational sense for me to get enough sleep tonight as opposed to partying. This doesn't mean that my desire to stay up late drinking is weak. It could be stronger than my motive to get enough sleep. However, the agential motive that gets produced from practical reasoning, which in this case is the motive to go to bed, becomes a force of its own. This agential motive gives further support behind the motive to go to sleep. Therefore, when one acts on a motive that is also the result of practical reason, there are two elements at play. The original motive, however it came about, and the agential motive pursuing reason. In Velleman's view, this account shows the role of the agent most clearly. While the concept of the agent's contribution is more distinctly laid out in Velleman's view, there is a common factor between Watson and Velleman that Frankfurt does not share. It is that there is some normative standard for what moves the agent to action. For Watson, it is that whatever the agent chooses has to be what the agent values most. In Velleman's view, the agent follows reason and intelligibility in putting additional motive on an action. And even if the agent deliberately abandons the most rational choice to pursue some other action, Reasoning is still ultimately behind that agential action. For Frankfurt, however, there is no special condition for what the second order desire to act on a first order desire has to be. It just needs to be a second order desire, and there's no good or bad and right or wrong in desires. So in this way, we see an interesting contrast. Alright, that's it for today. I will come back with Bratman's view on this whole topic, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and most importantly, to have a philosophical week. Bye!